Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Welcome, everybody. We are so happy that you've joined us today. For those of you that I haven't seen yet in the new year, happy 2023. We're so happy that you are joining us back today. And I want to send a special thank you to all of you that are joining. You officially helped us hit our highest registration ever for a 50 strong event. And we're super excited that you're all here with us today. I want to give a very special thank you to a few companies that are making 50 Strong Employer Connect possible. Those are Johnson & Johnson, Amazon, Wells Fargo, Tech Systems, Cushman & Wakefield, Fiserv, ADP, Lowe's, Verizon, and John Deere. You're going to get a chance to hear from all of these companies today and talk to them in their breakout rooms, as well as more companies. The goal is we want to give you as much exposure to industry as possible. And we, again, really appreciate their support as well as the participating employers. And we thank you all for being here. For those of you that I don't know, my name is Candy. I run the day-to-day for 50 Strong. My husband and I started 50 Strong about 2.5 years ago. And I just kicked off a quick poll. If y'all could give me a little bit of feedback, I'd really appreciate that. Our goal is to talk as little as possible, number one, and let you talk directly to the employers. Number two, I'm going to try super hard not to hit that one button that could shut everything down. If I accidentally do that, it was my husband's fault. Just give us a couple of minutes and rejoin from the link. Third thing I'm going to try not to do is I'm going to try to be the first one not to curse. I'm going to try not to be the first one to curse in this meeting. I'm going to leave that to whomever else. It will not be me. But if I do, it is also my husband's fault. Again, thank you all so much for being here. I want to do just a little bit of quick housekeeping before we get started. Zoom 5.3.0 or later is really necessary in order for the magic to work. And the magic is for you to move yourself around to the breakout rooms that each of these employers are going to host. If you're not sure what version you're using, I'd ask that you check that out quickly. And then just rejoin us because we're going to be here. We'll admit you back. And just rejoin us when you can. I see that nearly 70% of you are joining us at 50 Strong for the very first time, which kind of blows me away. And so given that, I want to take just a couple of minutes to share with you what we do. If you want to ask me more questions, I'll be in the main room once the breakout rooms open, although please do not let me get in the good way of you talking to employers. But I did want to take just a second to share with you what we do. We run 3 series of virtual events. And the reason that we do it virtually is because we know that you're scattered all over the world. And we want to give you an easy way to connect with these employers. The first 2 events that we run, EmployerConnect, which is for all military affiliated job seekers. So service members, active duty, guard, reserve, military spouses, student veterans that have already separated. That is for everybody. And today is part of that. We also run 50 Strong SkillBridge Connect, which is specifically for SkillBridge opportunities for those on active duty. And we also run 50 Strong Industry Connect. That's for employers to hear from other employers about how certain programs, how they're running them. We're doing that because here's the deal. Employers need just as much help as job seekers do. The whole goal is to get everybody ready for that connection. All right, next week, real quick, as I mentioned, we have a SkillBridge Connect coming up on Thursday and an Industry Connect about SkillBridge coming up on Friday. Join us at either of those if that makes sense for you. We also have a 50 Strong app that's now available. This gives you, oh, what is going on with the drawing? Am I doing that? Can you all see that, Kat? Oh, okay, that's just me.
No,
we can see it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll turn the screen off in a second. Oh, hi.
Someone's
This is
annotating.
awesome. All right.
Turn that off.
All right. We'll figure out how to turn that off before the next meeting. We do have a 50 Strong app now available. This gives you an easy way to RSVP to our events as well as our employer partner events. And you also can search for SkillBridge opportunities inside of that. Today, I want to say thank you to all the employers that are here today. The ones here that you see are all here. They're all going to be hosting their own breakout room. I personally have worked for 2 of these companies, Oracle and Procter & Gamble. Great training at both. But all of these companies, I think that's part of what we hope you take away. These are strong, strong companies with strong pathways for you to take a look at. All right, I am going to turn this off for a second. And I want to take a quick look at the poll results. So almost 70% of you are here for the first time. Over 50% of you are E7 or below. 55% of you are currently in an education or a training program or recently graduated. Thank you so much. Oh, and most of you prefer the NFL, it seems. All right. Thank you so much for the feedback. I really appreciate that. Before we get any farther, given that so many of you are new, I did not serve. I do not know what it's like to serve, but my husband does. So Kevin, would you mind to say just a quick hello to everybody?
I can. Chris, as long as you can take the reins of admitting people, the complex job.
It's okay, I got it.
You got it. All
Yep,
right.
I got it.
Hey guys, I'm Kevin Tillman. Nice to meet everybody. I'm super excited you're on. My transition was a disaster. You guys have been on this call before. I talk about it quite a bit. I was in 275 Ranger Battalion. I had a college degree. I thought when I got out, I would transition nicely. That did not happen. It was an absolute disaster. I didn't understand the market needs. I didn't understand what companies did. I didn't know what jobs were out there, and I didn't know how to get them. I had a massive case of imposter syndrome, which you guys will probably hear that term quite a bit in the transition. You just feel awkward. But I think the best thing you can do is what you're doing now, which is start talking to employers. That's why I'm super excited that all these employers are on. Great opportunity just to learn to understand the language, just like when you transitioned from a civilian into the military. It was awkward. You felt like you weren't a real soldier or whatever. You felt like a little bit like a fraud. But it doesn't take long, get your feet wet, and then you start doing your thing. So anyway, just excited everybody's here. And thank you for taking the time out of your day to chat with the employers. Employers, thanks for being here. And Candy, thanks for getting all this stuff together. So
awesome. Thank you, Kev. Really appreciate it. Okay. We know that navigating civilian employment can be complicated, right? We also believe, and we've seen it working, that sometimes a warm connection and direct exposure to some really strong employers that have great pathways for you can make a big difference. If you are still active duty, thank you so much for being here. This is a great time to be getting that exposure. For those of you that may already be separated or a spouse, especially for those student veterans that are in higher ed and an extended transition, thank you so much for being proactive. Our employer partners all seek your skills. Maybe one of those is a good fit, right? But also maybe not. What we think is that the career readiness that you'll get while you're here can help you as you're going through your job search. I want to take a quick note. If any of you heard about 50 Strong from your education provider, I want you to know that we work closely with many higher ed partners in an effort to help them support your career readiness and hopeful career outcomes. You can see our partners listed here. Many of them have been sharing out. If you did hear about 50 Strong through one of these partners or a different one, or your TAP lead, for example, please know how much we thank them. Drop me a note in the chat. I'd love to check out who you heard about this from. All right. I'm gonna now, am I at my 10-minute mark within it? I sure hope so, Kev.
yes, you are.
Awesome.
Right.
All right. That's it for me. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be here for a few more minutes together. I'm gonna give some of our employers a quick minute to say hello. And then our breakout rooms are gonna be open for 1 hour. You will have a chance to talk directly to all of these employers. And so with that, I'm gonna stop my screen share one more time. And I'm going to ask a few of our partners to say hello, share just a little bit about what they're doing in their companies, and then you can talk to them more as well as other employers in the breakout room. I would like to welcome from Johnson & Johnson, Tiffany Doherty.
Hey, Candy. Challenge accepted. I will be quick, but those of you, you've probably heard of Johnson & Johnson, but we are the world's most diverse healthcare company. We are made up of about 260 operating companies. So there's a good chance there's something here for you. We have 4 dedicated military hiring tracks. So we will talk about SkillBridge. We've got a program to break into pharmaceutical sales, medical technology sales. We've got a couple of leadership development programs, and you are right in the 4-week window that application is open for our leadership development tracks. So make sure you come talk to me about that. And then thousands of other jobs open. So excited to tell you more about our company. I'll be presenting several times, a brief briefing, and then taking questions from you. So come see me. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. Next up from John Deere, David Ottavianelli.
Hey, Candy, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for what you do. It's an honor for us to speak with you today. My name is David Ottavianelli. I'm an Army veteran, and I help lead our military recruiting programs at John Deere. We have a wide range of opportunities for all ranks and occupations for you to consider. The highest needs are at our dealer locations, which are scattered across the entire country. They're independently owned, and they play a critical role in supporting our customers. And we have open technician roles and other support and admin roles. We also need leaders to support our 16 major manufacturing locations in the US. This includes opportunities in welding, manufacturing, logistics, maintenance, and management roles to include operations leadership, supply chain, and customer support. We're also a technology leader, and that was highlighted by our CEO and team being the keynote speaker 2 weeks ago at CES. It was an incredible presentation. I was so proud to see how we're helping farmers and infrastructure workers feed and shelter the world. But that leads to opportunities in engineering, cybersecurity, software engineering, tech, data analytics, and tech support. If you're active duty, we can support. We are individual approved DoD SkillBridge provider. We can host individual internships based upon your time, your location, and your occupation. We want to make it simple. We ask you to fill out a contact card at johndeere.com, JDMHP. We'll put it in the link. All that is we'll connect you with a veteran just to have a conversation about some opportunities and see if there's a match. Thank you again for your service, and please join us in our breakout room.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Next up, Mike White from Tech Systems. Mike, how are you?
I'm good, Candy. Thanks for having me today. Hey, everyone, my name is Mike White. I am a national government services recruiter here at Tech Systems. I'm also a U.S. Army vet. Tech Systems is the nation's leading IT staffing and services company. We have over 110 offices nationwide. We partner with about 430 of the Fortune 500 companies out there to bring them and deliver the best IT staff talent around. If you're in that field or you want to know more about it, or you just have any questions that align to the IT sector, feel free to pop into our breakout room. We've put, I think last year we put 3,300 veterans to work across all skill sets, ranging from senior cloud architects to, entry-level help desk, software developers, anybody that's a SharePoint developer. I'd really love to have a conversation with you right now. But thanks for coming today.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate you being here. From a little company called Amazon. Carrie, how are you?
Hi, Candy. Thank you so much for having us. Hello, everyone. My name is Carrie Gonzalez. I sit on the Global Military Affairs team at Amazon. For those of you who know Bo Higgins with the really crazy jackets, he is my direct, so I'm filling in for him today while he gets drunk in Mexico. So he's currently on vacation. So thank you all for having me, Candy. We really appreciate being here. I did 6 years in the Army. I was a 68 Papa. Worked a little bit for the state of Virginia doing some legislative work on behalf of veterans, and then moved over to Amazon. I do have to leave at the top of the hour, so everyone knows I just got to grab my kids off the bus. So if you want to hop in our room, just make sure you do it in the front half. And I'm super excited to talk to you all.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, Carrie.
Thanks, Candy.
Next up from Cushman and Wakefield, Matt Disher, how are you?
Hey, doing well. Thanks, Candy, for having us. Thanks, everybody else, for being here. Hey, everybody, Matt Disher. I lead military veteran programs here at Cushman and Wakefield. I'm a Marine veteran where I served as a combat engineer and assaultman, not unlike Kevin Tillman and his experience coming out of the military. I was an NCO coming out, trying to figure out what I did next, and I wasn't sure exactly how I applied blowing things up to existing in the corporate space. So here we are. I'm also a Cincinnati native. And that's where I live and work right now. I'm in my house and my office. A lot of our team work remotely around the country. Who are we? We're a global commercial real estate services company. We manage about 5 billion square feet of property around the world. Most of, or many of the companies, the other companies that are represented here today, are clients of ours. We are either managing properties or doing work with them in their respective real estate. So these are properties from skyscrapers and apartment buildings to airports and football stadiums, where we manage leases, valuation, and the upkeep of buildings. We're ranked as a top 10 military-friendly employer, and I'm joined today by Billy Flagg, who is also an alumni of SkillBridge, who works on my team, leading the military spouse and veterans recruitment initiatives, and Jamie McCall. If you have applied to a SkillBridge internship within our organization, you're probably going to hear from Jamie or talk to Jamie at some point in time. A couple of quick anecdotes. I ran some numbers the other day and found that, at least they suggest, the numbers suggest that veterans in our business make on average $12,000 a year more than non-veterans. So that's a pretty cool stat. Here's the deal. Our SkillBridge opportunities are based on full-time roles coming open. There's not a one-size-fits-all. About 92% of the SkillBridge interns historically that come through our program receive an offer or are intended to receive an offer. That usually depends on if they decide to stick around. But we don't also hire most of our veterans through SkillBridge. We hire a whole lot of veterans that are not in SkillBridge that have just left the military and they're looking for a full-time job. So we're looking for positions from engineering and maintenance to property administration, HR, accounting, things like that. So join us. Jamie McCall, Billy Flagg, and myself will be in the breakout. And go Bengals. Hoo day.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. Next up from Fortune 300, I think, ADP. Ramiro, are you here with us?
I am. How you doing, Candy?
Awesome. Great. Floor's yours for a couple of minutes, my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hello, everyone. My name is Ramiro Carmona. I'm the Veteran and Military Program Manager for ADP, Correction Military Spouse Recruiter for ADP. A little bit about ADP. We're a human capital management company. We run payroll and taxes, anything from the start to an end of a business. That's what ADP really works with. We're looking for project managers, data analysts, directors, client service managers, implementation managers, things like that. Looking forward to speaking with you more in the breakout room.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ramiro, for being here.
You're welcome.
Aaron Miranda from Wells Fargo. How are you, Aaron?
Good. I'm going to take 30 minutes to go over our programs. Is that okay? No, it's
Nope,
Candy.
not 30.
Well, I'm Aaron Miranda. I'm the military talent liaison here at Wells Fargo, and I've been on the Stagecoach for a little bit over a year and a half, but I've been in talent acquisitions, military transition services for over 18 years. I can, yeah, about time. Now, my primary responsibility here at Wells Fargo is actually really simple. My job is to help veterans find the right position with us. At Wells Fargo, we have over 30 individuals dedicated to help veterans and military spouses become our teammates through our direct placement initiatives and also programs. We have several that I'm going to go through during our breakout room. One is our vet program, which we're going to start accepting applications on February 1st. So sub on by to learn more. Thank you, Candy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aaron. Next up from Verizon. Mike McCoy, I just saw you come in. Am I turning the floor over to you or Stephen for a couple minutes?
I can go ahead and take it, Candy.
Oh, awesome.
So, hi, everybody. My name is Stephen Weston with the Verizon Military Recruiting Team. We're here to support veterans and spouses in obtaining employment in the world's second largest telecom and Fortune 13 company for our various roles across the business. We are a top 3 employer with hiring our heroes and a top 3 veteran employer for the last 5 years with military friendly. And we boast an 87% full-time conversion rate since 2018. We currently have 8,000 plus veterans within our business, and we're excited to talk to you guys today. You can find our currently advertised SkillBridge roles and fellowship roles on the 50 Strong app. So if you haven't downloaded that, you probably should. And they're also located on our Verizon careers page. I'll be plugging the links in the chat. Thanks, Candy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. From Fiserv, which is one of our newest partners, Seth, how are you?
Hey, Candy, I'm actually going to take this one. Sorry.
Oh, awesome.
Adam.
Okay. Go for
Hey,
it,
everyone. Adam Schmidt from Fiserv, a global fintech, not to be confused with Pfizer, the pharmaceutical. We are a 44,000 strong associates globally with hubs in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, Omaha, Nebraska, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Really excited to be here and be a new partner with 50 Strong to share our technology and business roles, from internship and full-time analyst roles to experienced positions. We have a little bit of everything in between in a variety of locations across the US. So excited to discuss further in the chat. And we really have a great internal mobility policy as far as once you get in the door, growing our own talent from within. We are a fellowship partner as well. So looking forward to this discussions. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Adam. All right, the last employer that you're going to hear from, Kevin, what is my favorite store to go to?
Oh, Lowe's, of course, Andy.
But guess what, y'all? Lowe's is doing some awesome stuff in the space. Mike Piper, do you mind to wrap us up for our welcome before we open the breakout rooms?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll keep it short so that way we can get to speaking with all of you. So I'm Mike Piper. I lead our military recruiting and engagement team here at Lowe's. I'm joined today by Rebecca Medlin, who heads up a lot of our SkillBridge opportunities. So if you're interested in SkillBridge, all of our locations across the United States are technically eligible for a SkillBridge, and we do a new cohort every first Monday of the month. And we focus in on store leadership roles and mid-level management, as well as supply chain roles. And then we have some corporate roles as well in the technology space. Outside of that, I have a saying that as long as you're not a nuclear engineer, there's probably a role for you here at Lowe's. And even if you are a nuclear engineer, there's still a role for you here at Lowe's. It's just not as a nuclear engineer. So there are tons of different roles. What I'll say is you may not know everything that we have. So stop in and talk with us. We'll kind of talk a little bit about it, but we have roles ranging from obviously the individuals you interact with in the stores as you kind of go in, all the way to software developers. We have nurses on staff, we have pilots, mechanics, FEMA certified individuals in our command center. We have meteorologists on staff. So there is an endless opportunity of roles here and definitely opportunities to grow within the company, as most of us promote from within. And it's not odd to see somebody with 20 plus years here at Lowe's. So look forward to talking to everybody and see you all in the breakout.
Thank you so much, Mike. All right, I'm going to share my screen just for a quick minute. All right, the breakout rooms are going to be open for 1 hour. A couple of follow-ups before I open the breakout rooms. Please make sure that you know how to manage your follow-ups with each of these employers. That's super important. Also, I do want to point out, this event is for the participating employers and the job seekers that are attending. In the breakout rooms, please no B2B pitching, please no other pitching. Let's keep it focused on the direct connections between the employers and the job seekers that are here to meet with those employers. At the end of the hour, join us back. We'll do a quick wrap up. We have some fun giveaways. So a couple things. If you have been here before and you're clear on where you want to go, I'm going to go ahead and open up the breakout rooms. Employers, if you want to go ahead and navigate into your breakout rooms, that would be great. The breakout rooms are now open. If you are new with us for the first time and you have no idea where to start, stay with me for a couple of minutes and we'll take some time together to run through that. A few things that we have done with each of the employer partners that are here today is we have worked to understand their key pathways, and we have consolidated this at a high level. It's not a job board, but at a high level, you can find it on our website. The URL is there. It'll take it a second to load. Forgive me for that. We're working on it. The ones in yellow are here today. So if you're brand new to 50 Strong and you heard a whole lot of good stuff and you're not sure where to start, this might be a helpful way for you to make some decisions about how you want to spend the next hour. If you are on active duty and you're specifically looking for SkillBridge opportunities, you are welcome to use the SkillBridge listings that are at 50 strong. There are about 4,000 there now. Many of the companies that are here today are authorized by the DoD to participate in SkillBridge, running their own programs. Some of them that are here don't run their own programs, but do participate through a third party. So use this if it's helpful as you're navigating. When you're ready to go into a breakout room, all you do is open up, there's a button at the bottom or maybe at the top of your screen that says breakout rooms. And you will see each of the employers' names listed in that list. The way that you join a room is just to select the join button that is right next to the name of the employer. There's also a number there that'll tell you approximately how many people are in the room. So maybe use that to gauge which rooms have more traffic than others. We will broadcast a message at the 15-minute mark, each 15-minute mark, just to give you an idea of how much time we have. You're welcome to stay in one room the entire time. You can go to 10 rooms for the next hour if you want. I'll leave that up to you. When you're ready to change rooms, all you do is hit leave room. That'll rejoin you back here with me in the main session, and then you pick another room to go into. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording. If you have issues moving in and out of a breakout room, you're welcome to use the chat box and we can move you manually. Hopefully, most of you can do that yourselves, but I want to make sure, are any employers not able to get into their breakout rooms? Matt, I see you here with me, so I just want to make sure.
I'm good. I can go.
Okay, got it. Okay, it looks like folks are in the breakout room, so this is good. I'm going to stop my screen share. If anybody needs help moving into a breakout room, here's what I'd ask you to do so that we can manage that, because we still have about 170 here still with us in the main room. So if you need help moving into a breakout room, I'm going to ask you to very simply type your name into the chat and the name of the room that you want to move into. All right. And I'm going to take a look to see if we need to move some